Okay, we're on week 2. This is Monday the 11th, and we are back to upper body. We have hammer curls, Superman rows, W curls, bent over rows, and then part 2, we have leg lift with an overhead weight. So we have our hammer curls. We have Superman rows. Everyone's favorite. We have W curls. So that's where your elbows are kind of locked in, making a W. Bent over rows. And leg lift with an overhead weight. Alrighty, so our hammer curls. So this is just a different version of a bicep curl. So when you do your hammer, you're holding the weight like this, okay? So kind of like a suitcase. And you're just gonna curl up and release. Curl up, release. So with bicep curls, another one where you don't really wanna, you see people doing this, the less movement that you have during an exercise, the better. So you kind of want to think about like counting. Like I usually think either you could do 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? That's like a good pace instead of just going like this. Or people use their body if it's too heavy. If it's too heavy, just lower the weight. Don't, you know, you see people and they're like really like throwing their back out, trying to get that weight up there. You don't really want to move anything. You want to move your arms, and that's pretty much it, okay? So that's your hammer curl. We have Superman rows, so you're gonna lay on your stomach. This is just a different variation of a Superman. So, you're on your stomach, your hands are in front of you. You're gonna lift up. You're gonna pull your arms back. So you're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades out in front, down, 1. Up, squeeze, front, 2. Up, squeeze, front, 3. So you're up, squeeze those shoulders, down, up, row back, down, up, row back. Okay, so those I get a lot of complaints on, but they work. W curls. So this is another variation of a bicep curl. This time you're gonna turn your palms out and you're gonna almost dig your elbows into your sides and you're gonna curl up like this. So you're kind of making a W because your arms are kind of on this slanted angle, okay? This is your W curl. And bent over rows. So with this, well, we're not doing alternating, so you have to just stand, but I was gonna say if you were doing single ones, a lot of times it's useful to have like a bench with you, but we're just doing them together. So with this, you wanna be aware, like when I talked about before dropping your shoulders and rounding your back, you don't wanna do that. So you're going to get, I don't know, I usually stand, I guess, shoulder-ish width apart. And then I'm going to, but you can do even closer. Like some people like to have like their feet almost together. So you're gonna be like that. You're going to push your butt back and kind of bend your knees a little bit and be kind of like this. If you prefer, you can bend farther, but you don't wanna drop your shoulders when you bend farther. You just wanna lower your back, okay? So that part can get confusing. But what you're doing is get that nice stance, make sure that you're not dropped or rounded, and you're rowing just like we did, squeezing your shoulder blades, down, squeeze, down, squeeze, down. So you're pulling the weights up to your chest, down, up to your chest, down, back, down, back, down. So you're kind of doing this, okay? Or some people, like I said, like to be more down. I'm usually a little bit more upright. So kind of chest area is where it's coming, okay? So you do those for your rounds, 5, 6, or 7 rounds. When you're done, we're doing leg lift with an overhead hold. So this is your leg lift. We already talked about it. The only difference is you're holding a weight overhead. So I hold it the long way. I hold onto the sides of the dumbbell and I just hold it straight kind of over my face. So again, what this is kind of doing is adding tension. So your legs are out, up, down. So they're not, your arms aren't moving, nothing is different. You're just holding the weight overhead. So it adds a little bit of tension, but it's also working your shoulders because you're holding the weight overhead. So it's a good little combination for both. If it's killing you, either use a really light weight or just don't even use one. But like I said, it's kind of nice because it adds a little extra arms in there and then it adds a little bit extra tension to your core.